Cory Holcomb has a few beefs right now against some people who really don't like him and some other people who he thinks are against him.
Yep.
And I thought this was interesting because I had to go and then do some research with some previous quote unquote beefs with people or disagreements that really never responded to him. And one of the main people that I can think about was the whole Cam Newton situation. Now, again, Cory Holcomb said some pretty questionable things on Cam Newton's podcast.
Is that right?
I don't know if you want to disguise that as comedy or not being serious, but whatever the case, I won't go into that. It's not important. But this particular part where Cam Newton asked him to do this particular handshake is important.
One finger,
What handshake is that?
one pinky, one thumb, all together, one love. There you go. Here we go. I just needed some direction.
Now, Cory Holcomb would come back and look
What
at
is
this
that supposed
particular
to mean?
handshake and think that it was tied to something else. Cam Newton has some history of maybe wearing dresses in college or dressing, particular.
Is that right?
And then being associated with, some fashion, if you will, questionable fashion sense. I don't think that Cam Newton is gay at all, but whatever. Who knows? I'm not sure. I mean, he is from Atlanta. But Cory would respond with this.
I don't go around doing dirt to people, but dirt is done to me, and there's a smile at the end of it.
Black uncles are funny as hell. Yo, you can look at Cory Holcomb's eyes right now, man, and he really in his heart believes, man, that Cam Newton indoctrinated him into the LGBTQIA society. So because Cory Holcomb felt slighted, he decided, okay, Cam, we can both play ball. So Cory Holcomb went on to talk about how he believes Cam Newton is down low.
This will let him know about what happened with Cam Newton, all right? Now, I want to tie this back to the criticism that the lead attorney gave on Cory Holcomb. The lead attorney never tried to do anything to Cory Holcomb. In fact, he showed up to the podcast. He flew out to LA, and it was a good podcast. He only called out what Cory Holcomb was doing and assessed it by the law. Public personalities versus private citizens. Let's say, for example, as a public figure, you can criticize me, but if my wife or my daughter, if I had one, was available, you cannot criticize them because they're private citizens. That's the only thing the lead attorney said. But how did Cory Holcomb respond to it?
Y'all was with me the whole time we saw him. Did we do anything to that man?
No.
I thought we showed him love.
Right. Yeah.
Man, this lying like on the internet. This telling people, so I called Cory's lawyer and I told Cory's lawyer that Cory said I could talk to you. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this man? Why is this man lying?
And then it gets worse.
Leading a nigga ass law and what's the tampon, both of them told me they were very tight with Kevin Samuels. Now, I think Kevin Samuels was one of the great philosophizers when it comes to talking to women in the history of the game. But I also thought he was moist, and I'm known for saying that. Man, these dudes in this moist army is after me. Leader ass law, Okie Dokie Jackson, tampon. They mad. When I saw leading the nigga ass law trying to act like we did something wrong by making the joke about the picture with Cool Mo D or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, this really doing this shit? And I was like, okay.
Now, both situations end up in the same vein. Now Anton allegedly is gay. I'm gay. The lead attorney is in the moist crew. Everybody who disagrees with him is gay. And, everybody's doing backdoor you. And I kind of wanted to talk about the situations in which you disagree with Cory. If you harm him, which rightfully you can say that Cam Newton did. You can say that Cam Newton did this questionable hand sign, that other people are unhappy with doing it. Cory Holcomb believes that this hand sign means something else, and it doesn't mean, what Cam Newton means it to be. I can honestly see how he would be upset. It makes completely sense how he could be upset with that. Now, I don't know why he feels he's being indoctrinated into the LGBTQ because of the hand sign, but okay, no problem. Now, when the lead attorney,
Hey man, if he knew what it meant before he done it, then hey, he knew what it meant. It's different if he found out what it meant afterwards, and then now he want to say it's gay. But nigga, you willingly participated in it.
comes out and brings his evidence about what he thinking is dangerous for Cory Holcomb, he also said that Cory Holcomb may be defended in certain aspects. But again, we go back to the same thing of you're moist, I think you gay, and all of you guys who are against me are gay. So it doesn't really matter if you disagree with Cory Holcomb as strongly as, let's say, for example, somebody like Joe Budden, who has said that he's bisexual, but I think he's trolling. And then you have the Cam Newton situation, in which Cam Newton, for the most part, never responded to Cory Holcomb. And then me giving some criticism against Cory for some of the questionable behavior. And then the lead attorney, everybody is in the Moist crew. Everybody is gay. And with this reasoning, you look back and you really think about Cory, and I'm just going to be honest. It's like, well, how did this guy survive this long?
What do you mean by that?
And now it just, I can understand it now. The way that Cory Holcomb has been able to, survive this long and get away with so much stuff is because he can hide all of this underneath the whole idea of comedy. I'm being a comedian. I'm a comedy person, right? That's really what it is. I'm a comedian. It's funny.
That only sells to the idiotic audience that he has. It doesn't sell to me. Oh, it's just comedy. No, I don't buy that. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy that. Cause I never watched this dude until this Anton situation. I still don't watch him. I just watch O'Shea videos, poetic videos, and whoever else make a video. You know what I'm saying?
That's really what it is. I'm a comedian. It's
not
funny. It's not the reality. It's not real. So guys, don't be mad at me because again, this is comedy, right? What's happening is that it's no longer comedy, right? And here's the crutch that Cory Holcomb is falling off of. After that video came out, nothing else that Cory Holcomb says can be taken as comedy. He's completely lost that crutch. Whether he knows it or not, everything that people say or he says about himself or to anybody else is because, like, hey, it's the actual truth. This is what he's saying. So you can never say that, this is just, don't take it personal. It's jokes. Nah, you mean what you say, right? Because when you be talking about other people, that ain't comedy. That's real. You ain't laughing when you're doing it. You're not jokes, and it's not jokes anymore. So here is what's going to happen for this guy, all right? If he continues on the pathway that he is, you see what the situation is with Joe Budden. You seeing what's going on at TMZ. You see what's going on with the women. The only ultimate outcome is somebody like him going to lose his YouTube channel. That's all it's going to be.
You think so?
At this rate, because of, the sexual slurs, because of everything else, at a moment's notice, because you're creating too much enemies, you're going to lose your channel. You're going to lose your channel because what somebody's going to say is, oh, it's not comedy, it's hate speech. So then you lose your channel, and then obviously you have no leverage in the market like you used to. Like, if you haven't gotten any jobs and gigs right now, lose the podcast. Lose the 5150 show, which helps so many creators. You have so many creators who wait around, including myself, right? So we want Cory Holcomb to stay in business. Trust me. We need him to come on here and roast me up so I can go ahead and clip it and come back and talk about it, right? I like Cory Holcomb. I really do, right? But I gotta be honest about what I'm seeing and what I'm seeing in his behavior, which doesn't really match up. I'm just gonna be real. Cory Holcomb is an ecosystem on YouTube, just like Kevin Samuels was. And he needs to keep that ecosystem going. It's important to keep that system going, right? He must keep that system going. He make all of us, our jobs a lot easier. So we need Cory Holcomb to stay on. Yeah, he may say, see, I'm gonna stop y'all from losing my likeness. Bruh, that's how you're getting talked about. Okay? It helps you. We're doing a lot of work.
You couldn't do it even if you wanted to.
So the rest of the week, when you're not on, everybody is doing the work for you. That's helping you sell shirts. It's helping you get gigs if you're not, pushing women in the face. If you're not crashing out, you will continue to do well. I mean, it's just how it will work, right? And nothing is wrong with that. But ultimately, falling out with people who, let's say somebody like Cam Newton, who might not say anything about you, work, right? And nothing is wrong with that. But ultimately, falling out with people who, let's say somebody like Cam Newton, who might not say anything about you on camera, but the game is dirty behind the scenes. I can tell you that people who don't respond on camera, they respond in other ways. I'm not saying that Cam Newton did this. I could just tell you from people that I know. I know a lot of people on YouTube. You could talk about them and roast them up and everything like that and disparage their name. They won't say nothing about it at all. They're not going to say anything about it at all. What they're going to do? I'm going to tell you exactly what they're going to do.
They're going to watch the video.
If you want to work with them,
and blackball
all they will say is, oh, what's up? So do you know X, Y, and Z person? Yeah, I know them. Cool, let me tell you something. If you want to work with me, you must not work with that person. So they just start blocking you behind the scenes.
Yeah, blackball.
That's all that happens. They just start blocking you behind the scenes. They do everything they can to make your life miserable behind the scenes. They pay people to do stuff behind the scenes. Leak your videos out, leak clips out behind the scenes, have other YouTubers do it behind the scenes. That's how the game kind of works.
Oh, God. Hey, niggas be watching. Niggas be lurking. You know what I'm saying? Hell, the lead attorney just watched my video. Commented on it. Shouts out to the lead attorney. You know what I'm saying? Niggas they be tuned in, man. People be tuned in.
That's what I understand of the game to work. So even though they're not saying something, they're still being active. Yeah, just you see bro over there, like, yeah, clip that. Make sure you clip it. And then give it to so and so. That's how dirty the game is. The game is dirty on the tube. People do it all the time, bro. And it's like, these are things that if you have enemies that you don't like, it's not cool to just get enemies for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you disagree with this person or whatever. I ain't rocking with bruh. Cool. That's a lot of YouTubers I don't rock with. I ain't rocking with bruh, but bruh got an audience. He got resources. So let me not just, down bad it all the way up. Let's just, I go on about my business, he going about his business, and that's it. That's literally all you got to do. So they're calling somebody all these names, and if they're not responding, they may or may not care. But if they're not responding, that don't mean that they're not going to be active in helping you on the outside. Yeah. The same thing with the situation with how the clip got out. I can guarantee you that wasn't none of the people that he was really.
Well, I'm sure if he went on Cam Newton shit and then basically was calling them gay, I'm pretty sure he realizes and understands that although he may, even if he doesn't respond, he may see it. There's a good chance he might see it, and he doesn't care and understands that they may fall out or not be the same because of that. You know what I'm saying? That's the risk you take whenever you say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless Cam Newton just don't care and he views it as comedy and still continues to fuck with him. Like,
beefing with? Like, it was somebody that put it out there. And again, when you got too many enemies, you don't know who is doing what. So they're just making you cover more ground, more territory, and just creating beefs and let's just call everybody gay. Like, doesn't make a lot of sense. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson.
This is only comebacks, bro. Oh, they're gay. They're gay. I mean, Cam Newton, he definitely on some type of weirdo type of timing, though. I wouldn't put him past him. I don't know what he be on. He be on some weird stuff, low key. Just low key. From the way he dressed and some of the things I heard him say, I can't pinpoint. I don't really watch him like that, so I don't know. But I just know he probably just said some crazy stuff before. And the way he dressed gives weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
Back up again.
But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K. Okay, if you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight.